And if you don't counter swap, well, too bad. You lost the game. And even if you show skill, there's no point. There's no point in skill in this game if you can't use it. Like, I love Bastion, but at least with Rhine, you could be somewhat skillful and push through it. But if you're playing Winston or Zarya, and again, somewhat Rhine, but he's kind of strong with his armor, you can't do anything. Especially with Reaper, you can't do anything with Winston or Roadhog. You can't do anything against Malga as Roadhog. You can't really do Junker Queen Roadhog against Ana. You can't play Bastion against Reaper or Zen. You can't play Zen against Pharah and Echo. You can't really play Soldier against Diva, wherever she is. Diva. You can't really play Widow or, I don't know, out of these against Ball. Like, what do you do? There's no counterplay. Well, actually, there is counterplay. There's no way to show off skill. And you can't really use your skill to bandage your weaknesses. It's like, this game should have its counters because no one character should be strong, which is why all these Overwatch 1 characters with the basic abilities are getting stomped by the new heroes because they gave everything to the new heroes, but like nothing to the old heroes. The whole point is to have weaknesses to your heroes, but also the ability to bandage them. It's like with Bastion, old Bastion, you had to stick there. You couldn't move around and turn, and you shot things, did high damage, but your counters were high mobility characters and ones that can stop your damage. The difference is you could actually deal with them instead of them just coming up to you, saying hi, spitting on you, and then you die. Or if you almost get them low, they just disappear. What is the point? It's not fun. And it never will be. I don't know why the devs think we want this. We don't want this. We want our favorite characters to be fun in any environment. It's okay if they're bad in a matchup, and it's okay if they're bad in a map, but it's not okay that they can't do anything. It shouldn't be like this. Certain characters shouldn't be stronger than others for a long time. For a little bit, it's okay because it keeps the game fresh, and it lets people who one-trick characters have fun on their main. But 2 seasons? Like, this ain't good. And another thing I hate, like, I'm okay with speed boost. Lucio and Juno, speed boost, and Junker Queen, they're okay because they're like minor things and they're not crazy. It's not like they make the game fun. But it's when you damage boost and they're not like ults, right? It kind of makes it unfun when you just get shredded. Like when Mercy damage boosts a Bastion, a Soldier, a Mercy, or Pharah, you just lose all your health just like that. When Zen freaking discords you and you die instantly, it's not fun. Like, there's so much damage in this game and so much healing. It's either you get one or the other. You're running around and you die so fast, or you're trying to kill someone and you can't kill them. What was the health supposed to do? What was the point of the health? It that the health doesn't do anything. The health buffs do absolutely nothing. And you nerfed characters, which somewhat helps. But like, it doesn't matter. You made some characters worse. You took away some type of ability from others. And what I'm saying is, it's kind of harder to go DPS Lucio and then not explode if you're not Frog or anything. But still, like, it doesn't matter. They're addressing Sombra, but this character in Orisa, that taking away other people's abilities ain't fun. This is an ability shooter. Most people forget that. It's not like TF2. TF2 is a class-based shooter. This is an ability shooter. Your strength is not in your gun like TF2. It's in the abilities. And if you can't use your abilities, you are worthless. Soldier is the best without his abilities because he's the average COD experience. But other characters, without their abilities, i.e. Ball or Doom, you can't do anything. These characters are unfun. They're not cool. It's just like when you play Bastion, your one ability that actually matters in this game can just be cancelled by D.Va. It doesn't matter. And when you're playing D.Va, your one ability of defense gets stopped because of Zarya. And it's actually wild. And why isn't there like some kind of bad sound whenever you're shooting something you're not supposed to? It's like, make a icky sound whenever you're shooting Zarya's bubble so people stop shooting them. Or when you're like shooting armor, so it makes an icky sound so you kill anything else without the armor before you actually go after the thing that has armor. And what's with armor? What's with armor? It's like super strong. And you can't do anything against it. Like there's times when I'm on Bastion and I'm just gunning down a Rhine, a Malga, D.Va, or whatever. And their health just doesn't go down. With a support pocketing them, I can't kill them. My damage can't take their health down. And it gets even worse for Soldier because his only form of damage gets way down, so you literally have to be mercy boosted to do anything. And the same goes for Bastion and Torbjorn. You just cannot kill them. And I know that. I play Bastion and I can feel it. I can just run in, and if my supports are helping me, I just don't die. And it's crazy to think that these abilities and all these things, they're just there to pad the no skill people. Like, there's characters like Bastion, Junkrat, Sim, somewhat, Moira, whatever. There's characters that are supposed to help new players get into the game. And that's okay. Now it'd be cool if they could be more viable in higher ranks so that they could have a low skill ceiling but a high skill ceiling, or low skill floor and high skill ceiling, so you can play them anywhere. And it would be cool to play certain heroes in lower ranks, but that doesn't mean you should degrade them so that they lose skill in some kind of way. It's like, you have a timer on Sombra, so they have to actually time when to go in and out and go wherever. And their translocator was timed, so they couldn't go whenever, however. But then you take that away, so that it's just a get out of jail free card and I hide away the whole game. Just supporting bad players. Like, they should listen to the community to an extent. Like, why should they hear people like me whine about, ooh, this and that is way too strong. Ooh, Genji Blade is too strong. You should nerf it. But it shouldn't be the point where Genji's Blade is worse than Lucio's headshot full burst. It shouldn't be worse than Zarya's full charge right click. It shouldn't be worse than a kunai headshot. It's an ultimate. It shouldn't be that bad. It's like, what do you do? I don't understand. How do you do anything? Like, I hear new players, they're new to this game and have no skill, but in the first like 10 or something hours, they've already picked up what characters counter what characters. And it's actually wild that is like one of the first things that they catch, and it's one of the fastest things that they get. It's like they pick a character and then they learn immediately that, oh hey, I'm playing Junkrat, this is fun. And then Pharah comes around, they're like, oh, that's not cool. So they're wondering, how do they counter Pharah? And they see their teammate go soldier, and then the Pharah starts dying. It's like, why is that the first thing that they learn when it comes to this game? Like, mechanics and movement and stuff should be first and foremost, not counter swapping. Like, make it effective, but not that effective. I seriously hope Season 13 saves it. Like, this mid-season patch for 12 hopefully makes it better until they bring out Quick Play Hack for the 6v6. Because who knows? That extra tank might help with the extra amount of damage and extra amount of healing. Because there's 6 players to fight. And you won't explode on tank. And if your tank explodes, you won't just lose a game because there's nothing you can do. You know? Like, Ball should be as effective as Diva, but not to the point where it's annoying. Like, if you make Ball good, then you're just going to see rampant balls, and it's a pest. Buff Bastion becomes a pest. It's... You shouldn't buff them to the point where they're super crazy and annoying, and then leave them at that for so long. Maybe a second tank might help that, but I'm not sure. Because it'd be cool to have a 6v6. I never experienced that. But if they're just gonna do what they're doing now, I don't know. Like, I love this game and I want it to do good because there's nothing like that. There's nothing like this. Its movement is different. And what I'm talking about is not like super movement like Lucio. I'm saying general movement. Okay? I don't like the go and then slide and then stop. I like the immediate stop. Like, if you see it, just stop. You know, no slide. And I'm not really too big of a fan of the knockback or whatever and the recoil. Like, I'm okay with recoil, but it's like when it comes down to the other movement inhibiting things, slowing down and all that, I like to go fast. I like this fast strafing. I like this fast crouch. I like all of this. But I don't get that in other games. And I like this team shooter kind of thing. I don't like COD's whole run and gun, run around, do whatever, forget your team exists because all you're doing is getting kills. Same with TF2. I don't like the huge amount of players. I don't like the ability to just run around and do whatever, you know. I like to be I like to be a brick in a wall and succeed at this game and play with a team. I don't like battle royales because I don't like to die all the time. They're just not fun. You go in, you have one life, and you spend 30 minutes in a game. And it's not fun for me. I don't like CSGO or I don't like CSGO and Valorant because I don't like the whole point of stopping and then shooting. Because if you don't stop, your aim becomes terrible because of the spread. And it's kind of slower paced for me. I don't like those kinds of games. I don't like when I'm blinded while I'm playing with smoke and stuff, you know? And I don't really want to play Deadlock because from what I see, it takes way too long. Like, I'm a literal squirrel. I like my faster paced everything. And it's just, I don't like MOBAs either. I don't like League of Legends. I don't like any of that. Because again, it's slow and I want to play player versus player. I don't PvE stuff. Like, PvE is cool if you're not fighting other players. You know? I don't want to play those. And there's not really any other shooters. Like, I could go play Titanfall, but it's kind of hard to find a server. And when I do, I'd probably get rolled instantly because, you know, there's some people who've gotten really skillful at the game and I barely touch it. I love the campaign to the game because it's fun. Like, I could probably go play Titanfall. But it doesn't have as many players as Overwatch where I'm constantly finding something new, you know? And there's not really any other games. Like, I could go play GTA, but it's kind of not fun because when you're on PC, there's only modders, you know? And I don't really want to get a console because I suck at console, you know? It's the whole reason why I swapped to PC. Because I suck at console. I just can't do console. So there's no point in going into console games and expecting to do something. Like, I could go play Halo, but Halo's kind of like COD. And even though it may sound bad, I like aiming. And I like running. But aiming becomes a problem when it stops when you're just running around simply and then your spread and damage gets nerfed because you're not aiming. And that sucks. That's what makes Titanfall kind of good, because you can just run around and, you know? But the moment you do that, it's like, it kind of comes unfun, because I don't like aiming and then going slow, you know? The whole point of Overwatch for me is that I can go fast. It helps. It's like fun. Because I squirrel out. I gotta, you know? That's why I don't really want to play other games. They're just not fast enough. And if they are fast, there's too much stuff in it. You know? I don't really like mobile games because they're too cluttered with stuff. And I've already devoted so much time into Overwatch. Even though I'm an Overwatch 2 starter, I have played like 2 years of this game. And even though it says like 600 hours in Steam, I played like maybe the same amount or 500 on a console. So I played like 1,000 hours ish, which isn't too crazy. But I don't play this game religiously. I have other things to do, you know? I don't want to spend my time learning a different game that I don't really care about. Like Overwatch has been a game that I've been able to gravitate to and stick into forever. It's like I keep returning to this game because it's fun to me. It's addictive. It's not like COD where I play a match, get bored, and then just not play again. I don't know, like, I just don't understand. And I know there's gonna be people out there saying, why don't you swap to other games to some people? And what I'm saying is exactly why. Because Overwatch is a game for us. It's what we like. Okay? Like, hear me out. TF2 is an amazing game. And it's fun. And I've played it for a good little bit, but it's not like Overwatch. It's just like how some people didn't move to Overwatch from TF2. Overwatch isn't for them. Some people have to remember, some games aren't for everyone. Even though the two are shooter games, they're completely different in how they play. Overwatch is not a copy-paste from TF2. It's inspired, just like how Marvel Rivals is inspired by Overwatch. No game is a copy of another game, unless you're Valorant CSGO, okay? They're not the same. They're for different people. And that's the whole point. People have fun on the games they want to have fun on. And people should just realize that you can't just force people off a game because you don't like it. And then that's when it comes down to the toxicity in this game. It's terrible. No one wants to play it because it's a cesspool. It's like terrible. People on this game have no respect for each other. And that's kind of how it's became. Because the people are sour after everything and then justifying it. The people are just terrible to each other. And it's unfortunate. I try my best to not get bad. I try to have fun. But it's like there's so many egos in this game. I myself have one, and then I get angry sometimes. But at least I try not to chat it out. It's just how hostile people get in the game. And so fast. It's like it's becoming, in a way, becoming like TF2. The game is unloved by the devs. The devs don't care. The people are starved of anything good. And then they get all gross. And then get angry. And then talk people off and stuff. But at least with TF2, since it's been like, I don't know how many years, they've just kind of gotten to it, and half is either really nice people or terrible people. And I think Overwatch is leaning more into the terrible, but they're not like terrible. It's just simple stuff. And there's really good people in this game, but not enough to make people keep playing. And I really wish it was like that. I really wish people were nice in this game. And actually, you know, like, I don't hear that much sexism in this game, which is good. People really only get the clips and then blow it out of proportion. But it's really racism that's going crazy in this game. I don't know why. It's like, there's no point in it. It's a game. We can't see each other. Why are we yelling at each other? If we hate each other, then just, like, mute. But then again, that's the big problem with this game, because everyone's muted, because everyone's so bad. I don't, you know? So, there isn't much. That's basically what I can think of that. Now, what about the skins? What about the skins? They're like either half good, half not. A lot of them are reskins and such. And we have to pay $20 for them. Do they not understand how bad that is? Like, they could literally bring legendaries down to $10 and they could see the money flow. People like cheaper things and they're more likely to buy them. And people might think, oh, but they're boycotting and stuff. Why would they want to buy it? Because it's cheaper. It's cheaper. It's like, you're gonna... think of it like shampoo, I guess. A $20 shampoo, $10 shampoo. You're gonna see a lot more people buy the $10 shampoo. And some people buy the $20 shampoo. But they're probably gonna even out because the one's more expensive than the other. And if they're cheaper, they're more friendly to those who are not as inclined to money. It's like, I hear over in, was it Peru, Brazil? I don't know. Somewhere in South America. But people are willing to spend their whole paycheck for the month on a skin for this game. That is, like, terrible. They should be spending it on their food and themselves and stuff, but they're spending it on this game. That's how much they love this game, and the devs should realize that. They should realize that people are willing to spend money on this game because they love it, but they don't want to because the skins are so expensive. Like, there could be ideas like bring legendaries down to $10 and epics down to $5 and rares to $2 or something. I don't know. Make them cheaper. It's like what we have with credits, except make them even cheaper. The 150s or the 1500s, make those $10. Make the 1000 $7. And then same with other purple skins and stuff, and it just goes down. People will be so much more willing to buy that. It's just better like that. Maybe you could give out more credits, but credits are, you have to use more credits to buy something compared to coins, so that it's like friendlier to people's wallets. But also you can grind for things like in the weekly things, they could put the credits in, so you could grind for that. It's like you get this much EXP or something, and then you get this much credits, and then the bar resets. It's basically like the loot boxes somewhere. Every day you play 9 games, you win 9 games or something, and you get 500 credits or something. Like, people are gonna be more likely to play the game and then love the game more and then spend money. The whole point is to get people to love the game and then spend money. So why not entice people to do it? Give them free things. That's how people in the business and stores and stuff get people to buy things. Go to Costco, they have free stuff out there. And you know what people do? They eat that free stuff. And you know what happens? They're more likely to buy the product. That's just how it is. I don't know why Blizzard's got to be like this. And at some point they got to figure it out. Maybe Microsoft's going to slam it into their head or something. Or not. Because Microsoft's going to take that hands-off approach, fire everyone, and then forget about it. I don't understand. Gaming has become bad. It's not good. And also, what's with the matchmaking? What's with the matchmaking? I hate this matchmaking so much. It's like 50-50, as people said, and it's unfun. It's like you get to stomp, and that's fun and stuff, but like it's kind of gets boring that you slam them so hard, and then it sucks even worse when you have to be in someone's lose streak prevention game. Like, you just get put up with literal bots, and then you're forced to lose. It's actually crazy. I want close games. I had this game yesterday that was really close, actually, like super close. And I had so much fun playing that game. That kind of game should be happening more often. It shouldn't be a, oh, you're losing? We should probably stop that. And then give them like a 3-win streak. That's not how you get engagement. You just get people bored. People are bored of stomping people. People are bored of losing all the time. It shouldn't be one-sided battle. It should be either or, which somewhat made Overwatch 1 good, is all the close games, all the synergies, all the things you could do while staying as a team and not getting rolled. Now there are times when that does happen, but not that many. And that's why people love the game so much. They could have that much fun. But now it's just constant one-sided battles that aren't fun. It's becoming like double shields or goats. I never played them, but I hear how bad they are. They're in the past and not much of a problem, and I don't think they'd be a problem now. It's just when the thing now starts to become a problem like they are. At some point, they gotta figure this out, because we are almost hitting the 2-year mark. We have maybe a month left or something, and it's getting close where they should start figuring out how to fix these problems, because they're only going to start losing players, especially since Marvel Rivals is coming out here soon. Deadlock is almost coming out, and I don't really know if there's any other games coming out, but there's those games, and they're going to start losing players fast. I don't know why they gotta sit there and do nothing. It's like they're like the Mojang employees at this point. They get on, do nothing, sniff the money, and then go back to sleep. And then there's always that one employee that gets overworked, and then they just give up, you know? The freaking art team and the modeling team, whateverness part of Team 4 is carrying this game. All the sounds, all the voices, all that. The thing that's dragging this game down is the monetization and the greed and the balance team. Like, I'm sure people have gotten over the PvE. They're making jokes at this point. No one really cares anymore. It'd be nice to have it, but there's no point. People just want to have the game to be fun, and the balancing part of the Team 4 sucks. I don't know why it's got to be so bad. And then there's the whole money thing, which hopefully they figure it out, because I don't want to be paying that much. Like, listen, I'm a Transformers fan, okay? I love Transformers. And I'm paying $20 for a useless item that I love, which I can use later and have fun, and I can own forever, and they're real. But $20 for a skin in game that I'm pretty much, as you can see, only seeing the gun and the fist and stuff. I'm not really ever seeing the outside of the skin. And they're just pixels that I won't own forever, that are just gonna get deleted at some point in time. Why am I paying $20 for this when I could be using that $20 on getting Transformers or food or games? Like, I could go find an indie game that I probably won't play, let's be honest. I could find one for $20 and then have fun on it. Like, back when what's that one game called that looks kind of like Among Us? Lethal Company? I could have spent $10 on that and had fun for a month and stuff. Granted, I won't see it afterwards, and it's not like Overwatch, well, you know. But it was, like, actually fun, you know? But now it's just there. And I'm going to continue playing it because I love the game. And I want to see it get better. So, yeah. Anyways, where's my Bastion Mythic? Where's my Bastion Mythic? I'm angry. I'm going to be stuck with Tank Mythics next season. Why? If it's going to be Witches and Wizards next season, which I'm pretty sure everyone knows, it'll probably go to Rhine or Diva. Because they're popular and they'll make money. And then after that, I'm not sure who it'll be. Maybe we can get Justice for Ramattra, you know? But I don't think Bastion is gonna get a skin for a long time. I mean, I don't think Hog will either. Lucio might get one here soon, but since he's a skillful hero, you won't see people on him. So, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to see mythics on characters that I want to play for a long time. But if they do come out, you know how fast my money's coming out of my wallet. Here I am complaining about money, and then I'm saying I'll be willing to spend my money. But, you know, it is what it is. That's the best I got, I guess. So, yeah. See ya.